ICP is so back. In fact, for me personally, it never left, but there has been a huge summit event that really did turn the strides for ICP, confirming it once again that it is going to be a powerhouse this crypto cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only ICP. Now, I do have an article up here, ladies and gentlemen, highlights from the World Computer Summit 2025. Now, it is a 14-minute read, and sometimes I am a little bit slower, so I might even go up to 20 minutes. But luckily for us, I do have everything noted down. Keynotes, right? Key notes. So it will be very, very quick and simple. Just treat the next 1 to 2 minutes more like a podcast. And then I promise you, we will be diving into the charts, where ICP is going to go on the micro level and where do I expect it to go in the short to medium to long term. So look, ladies and gentlemen, right? Let's just get right into this. So we can see that if I bring up my notes over here, that we can see, right? This is what was at the ICP, convention talked about at the summit 2025, right? So we see caffeine, AI makes apps for you, right? Dominic showed a new tool called Caffeine. It helps people make apps by just talking to it in normal words. It's not finished yet, but they will let more people try it soon. That's actually crazy. That is literally crazy. AI and this type of technology, the way we're heading with the future screams AI, screams future, screams ICP, right? To put it into short, it just screams ICP. Now we can see ICP Alliance teaming up, right? Pierre talked about a group called the ICP Alliance. It will help businesses use ICP for better data control and working with other blockchains. Partners will get early info, help with research, and more chances to grow. So again, something very, very nice, something very, very, great news so far. And the thing is, I still have 3 more keynotes, right? 3 more keynotes. So we have the thing called the Hacker League, big coding contest, a worldwide contest for coders from July to October. First local contest, then a big global finale. It's to bring in new developers and show off what ICP can do. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, they are taking things to a whole nother level. This is why I do believe ICP at the bare minimum will be doing really, really good, regardless of what people say. That is just noise, right? A lot of people are ignorant nowadays. The thing is, you and I are ignorant, right? The question is, are we just a little bit ignorant, or are we super ignorant that, we see a lovely coin like ICP and we just completely write it off? Now, there are 2 more key points. So let's just jump right into it. Panel talks, right? Big ideas, digital power, decentralized helps stop big companies from taking all the power. Right? Data control, people should own their data. Helping small businesses use blockchain to make things easier for small companies. Government help, teach governments how to use this tech. Finance, right? Clear rules, digital money, and AI to help everyone use banks and money better. Okay, so that is practically it. That is practically what I gathered from this, 15, 20-minute article read. And man, that is a pack a punch. That is a pack a punch. I follow a good amount of cryptos. And let me tell you, for a summit, that is a big pack a punch, because we already know ICP itself is great, but they are looking to be pack a punching, ladies and gentlemen. Now here's the thing, right? We did make one video and even just talked about in the private community, which I highly recommend joining, especially if you do want a portfolio review, or if you do want the fastest and up-to-date data in terms of technical analysis, news, and everything else. Highly recommend joining the Discord. But we did talk about buying opportunities at roughly 445 to 460 range. And we even made one ICP video a long time ago also about this. And here's the deal, people. That price is long gone. For me, I don't think we're ever going to see that price again until maybe bear season. You can see that I do have some type of indicator. This is a custom indicator that I put in a lot of time into, because a lot of the ones that are defaulted and even the ones that are kind of tweaked, they're all bad. They're all genuinely bad. Right, this one's not perfect, but it does show us a huge indication. We can see that ICP in terms of daily has been bearish since early January, right? Even when it was at $12, it was showing bearish signs. Now here's the deal: when the orange line is below the green line, that shows it's bearish. Okay, when the orange line is above the green line, it is bullish. Okay, so we can see we practically had the green line above us, being bearish, bearish, bearish. And then we can see the orange line went temporarily above, and then it went temporarily below, and now it's a back above. And the context is because that was a structure shift, right? I'm still going to be using my technical analysis skills, but I just realized a lot of people don't even understand what I'm saying half the time when I talk about certain coins. When I talk about the way the charts are. So, we're going to be using this indicator to help us practically. But we can see, right, there was structure coming over here, and then this was the key turning point. We had a huge break of structure up to $6. Then we were just kind of in a diagonal channel, right? We're just in a diagonal channel, ladies and gentlemen, and then we broke out of it once again. Now we can potentially come back to roughly 560, 555, but overall for me this is it, right? We are consistently breaking structure. We are consistently creating higher lows, right? We are on the daily low, higher low, higher low, right? We broke the structure. Even for the pullback, it's just going to retest and go further up. So things are looking really, really, really good. Really good. And for me, I said it before, but just in case you are a new viewer, right? For me, this is kind of like, we're somewhere here, right? We are somewhere here in terms of the equivalence. And we can see, right, when ICP started to pick up, man, within a few short months, this thing rallied from like $3 up until 20. And I expect the same thing to literally happen, but on a higher scale. You gotta remember that these accumulation zones, this manipulation, it all happens for a reason, right? If we get rid of the indicator just to have a more clear picture and look at the bigger picture, we can see we have something very, very similar to ICP, right? We have this one top, we have another top, right? And then we start going down, especially if we go to the weekly, right? The weekly shows it the best. So one top, two top, we have this support, it gets broken down, boom, it struggles, and then eventually shoots up. Guess what? Top, exactly what we had. We had a support. Oh, wow. Okay, we have a support. It breaks down. It struggles to go back up. And then guess what? It's looking to reverse and reclaim. And what happens when we start reclaiming? Ladies and gentlemen, this thing starts flying, right? This thing does start flying very, very soon. So that is why I believe ICP is a great investment. Obviously, not a financial advisor. You still have to do your own research. You can't just take my word blindly, right? I'm not responsible. If this thing died, if this thing exploded for some reason, I'm not responsible for you, just listening to me. All right. It is what it is. I'm just here to report what I see. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I expect this token to do really, really well. For me, I still expect this token to hit a minimum of $70 to $75. Why? Because there's an institutional candle here. I will be talking about this coin in the future, 100%, and I will be doing very, very, in-depth analysis in the private community. And, when things are all-time hype, I expect to, cash out very, very well from ICP. And of course, any plans that get readjusted, if we blast through $70, I'm going to readjust the game plan, right? I'm going to readjust it. I'm not going to sell personally blindly into any type of price zone, into just anything. For me, I already have a game plan. I know how to readjust my game plan. So if I start seeing ICP go higher, then there's going to be certain rules and fundamentals that I look at to see where ICP will top out. But yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I do expect a very, very nice rally. Once again, if we go and pull up the indicator with the specific settings and we go to something like the daily, we can see that, there was context of why we went, again, the orange line below the green line, but we can see the orange line is officially above this green, right? It is. And I do expect for us to start reclaiming very, very nice key levels soon. And we can see even on the 4-hour, it looks even sexier, right? Even if we go back down to retest potentially to 560, I still expect things to do very, very well ultimately, right? Structure is shifting. We can see we have been going down, fairly aggressively, and we've been changing from going downwards to sideways to now slowly shifting to the upside. And ladies and gentlemen, right, ultimately what you can expect with this coin, right, is to do something like this, continue to go and then just start bursting up eventually, right? Obviously it's not going to be literally like this, but it is going to start mirroring the structure. So we probably still have fundamental pullbacks up until $7, but once we get to $7, we are going to start flying very, very quickly. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys did enjoy. Highly recommend joining the community. Guys, love you so much, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
Portfolio reviews, economic and global updates and news, frequent up-to-date technical analysis, and a very supportive community. Sell and buy calls and trading education is provided. If that sounds good to you, now is the time to act. Once the markets start moving, there is no I should have, coulda, woulda. Now is the time. If you want to take things to another level, we have the blueprint that covers everything from A to Z in crypto that you need. No fluff, no bullshit, just the most important news, fundamentals, and technicals to have you succeed in these markets.